Hello, hello. It's me, your girl, Anna from RBF Studio. I'm here tonight to do a little sample of the Monday night booty camp. Tonight being as it is so insanely hot. This is going to be a really pretty light workout and most of it on the floor because as we all know, heat rises and the cool air sinks. We're going to try to stay as low as possible because I know not everybody has their AC in yet. So anyway, without much further ado, let's get started. First thing that we're going to do. Oh, we will need a yoga mat and some light weights. If you don't have light weights, some cans of soup will be good. Um, it's really not a big deal if you don't have weights at all. So let's get started. First thing first, we don't have to heat ourselves up too much today considering it's like 90 degrees outside. Let's check in with the body. Feet a little bit wider than the hips, toes pointed out. I'm going to tilt the pelvis and point the tailbone down to the floor, bracing the core, elongating the spine, lengthening the crown up to the sky, and rolling the shoulders back and down. Let's take a nice deep breath here. In and exhale. With our knees soft, we're going to bend down and go up, down, up, down, up. So I like to call this move, this is a Pilates move, and I like to call this move hugging the dog because I know I like to come up above my dog and wrap my arms around him. So take a deep breath in, exhale, straight back down, and act like you're just hugging, you're reaching around your dog's belly, and up, exhale down, hug the dog. Ooh, puppies love it. Two more. Make sure that the knees are tracking over the ankles and the toes and not collapsing in. That's definitely an issue when doing squats. We're going to take and turn, just rotating the spine a little bit, reaching out from side to side, really lengthening the side of the body here. Just tapping the feet. We're just warming up the joints right now. Boom. Let's take it up, nice and long, from side to side. Reach to the sky. And bring it down across the body. Good. All right, settle back in the center. Like I said, we're not doing a super extensive warm-up. We'll go ahead and roll the shoulders just because it is really insanely hot out. And reverse. Okay. All right. So to begin, we're going to grab our hand weights and bringing the weights up to our shoulders, palm facing out. Or step one leg behind at an angle and come down. This is called the curtsy squat. You can imagine why. Coming on up, shoulder press up, down, brace the core, step the other leg back down, up, press. Other leg down, up, press. Now remember to brace the core, keeping the belly button pulled in a little bit as you're going through the movements. We're not going fast. We don't need to go fast. It's quality over quantity. Nice and easy. Good posture. Last one on this side. Good. All right. Release the weights down. Now, we're going to bring ourselves closer to the floor and do our floor movements. And we're going to stay down here for the rest of this little taster. So if you have dumbbells, this is perfect for this. If you don't, go ahead and just use flat hands. Don't try to do it with other objects. But we're going to assume a 4-point position. Your hands are underneath your shoulder blades or underneath your shoulder joints, and your knees are underneath your hip joint. And from here, we're going to lift up and down, brace the core, reach that same foot, the foot on that same side back, the other one back, return that foot in, return the other knee in, and then row, boom, with your weight on the other side, send that leg back, the other leg back, first leg in, second leg in. So remember, really pull in that belly button as you're going through these movements to help stabilize. You don't want your hips rocking from side to side. So right row, and if you don't have weights, don't worry, it's still a good movement for your arm. Leg back, leg in, leg in. Row, leg back, leg in, leg in. Row, back, in, row, back, in. 2 more times, all the way through. Remember, you're not caving your shoulders in either, you're pushing off of the ground. Row, back, in, row, last sequence through. Last one. All right, come on up. I can't sit back on my feet because my knees are bad. But go ahead and just shake up your arms. Do a quick twist side to side. Good. All right. So, coming down, sitting with our weight on one hip. We're going to have one leg bent in front of us and the other leg bent to the side. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you and you want to set one out, that's fine. Do what makes you feel comfortable. We're going to reach over to this side of our bodies with a nice deep breath, lengthening the spine, coming down into a mermaid push-up, come up, opening the arm, reaching up, really getting a good stretch through the chest. This is the hello sailor. Arm back down, lengthen spine, release down. Use those triceps to push up, open all the way through the body as you reach and rotate at the spine. 3 more on this side. Mermaid. Hello, sailor. Mermaid push up. Ah. It's so lovely being a mermaid. Last one on this side. Reach up. Exhale down. And switch sides. Side feels a little bit harder for me, and you might find that one side, it feels a little harder to assume this position than others. Completely normal. Just do what makes you feel comfortable. Hands down. Deep breath in, lengthening the spine, opening the chest, and exhale down. Come on up. Hello, sailor. 2. Reach nice and long. 3, 4, one more, 5. Great. So legs out in front of you. If you need to adjust your booty to make room for your sits bones to make contact with the ground, that's fine. This is booty camp after all. Maintaining a nice erect spine, really lengthening and lifting the ribs up off of the hips. We're going to do a movement called the booty pull. So stick your hands up underneath your hips. The idea is this is going to work some of these muscles along here. We're working out from home. We don't have all the equipment that we would have at a gym, so we're making do. So with a nice lifted chest and engaged core, we're going to pull with our hands. You should feel the muscles along your lats engage. Pull like you're trying to lift up your butt cheeks and release. Feels kind of weird, but it's a lat pull down basically. Pull, really engaging the lats of the back and release. 3 more times. Pull, keeping the braced core, keeping the chest lifted and release. 2 more. Pull. Yeah. Release. Last one. Okay. Shake it out. Let's come along to our back. We're going to recline and do a roll up. So with the roll up, our feet are all the way extended. It's not like a sit up where you have your knees bent. So our legs are all the way extended. And we're working in neutral pelvis and curved pelvis. So neutral pelvis, again, you have like a bowl of water. The neutral pelvis is nothing is spilling out front or back. We will go over that more in actual class, but just want to give you a taste of what we got here on booty camp. So coming on down. From here, find neutral pelvis. Imagine you have a plate here on your pelvis, right here, your ASIS. And we're going to just brace the core like someone's about to step on your foot. Take a nice deep breath in. Expanding the arms up over the head. Holding tight on that core. And then inhale again. Coming up, lifting your shoulders off the mat. Exhale, scoop that spine, press it against the mat, and up. Bring the arms forward, and nice straight back. Scoop the spine and roll the vertebrae down. Inhale up. Exhale here. Inhale, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, scooping the pelvis. Rolling up. Nice straight spine. 2 more. Scoop that pelvis. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lift the shoulders. Scoop the pelvis. Up. Straight spine. Last one. Rolling down. Really let that lower back touch the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Scoop the back. And up. Nice straight spine. On your bellies. Since it's so hot today, and we would all like to be swimming, we're going to do swimmers. So just because we're laying on our backs does not mean that we get to relax our bellies. We still want to be pulling the belly button up off of the floor, even though we are laying flat. So here we are pull in that belly like I'd be able to slide my hand in underneath. Arms out in front of you, glutes and hamstrings engaged so that the legs are lifted. And we're going to lift one arm while the opposite leg lifts and reverse. Boom, 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 boom. Just like we're swimming, right? Isn't this relaxing and cooling? Yay. Keep it going. How's your belly doing? Is it engaged? All right, and release. Pushing up, and let's take a moment in child's pose. All right, last movement of this sequence. Gone over the 15 minutes, but hey, why the hell not? All right, so we're going to be doing a modified side plank. Again, just to keep ourselves cool. So elbow is resting on the ground. It is directly underneath the shoulder joint, and the hip is far enough away that there's some good extension here along the side. You're not janked up right next to your arm. We're going to push off with our thighs and lift the hips. From here, we're going to take our arm and thread it through that little gap. Keeping nice and stable. Two more on this side. Might hear some popping. I know I did. Last one. All right, arm down, release the hip back down to the ground. Let's take it to the other side. Elbow directly under the shoulder joint. Inch that butt out just a little bit so you have some good length here on the side. Push off with your legs. Inhale up. Exhale, thread that needle. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Arm up, back down. Gently release that hip down to the ground. Let's take a quick moment here. Going back into child's pose. Knees wide if that feels good for you. And settle in. Deep breaths. Walking the hands up. Let's take the fingers, interlace them, but behind our backs, palms facing down, and push down, opening the chest. You can lift your hands, great. If you can't, no worries. That's about as far as I can get right now. And release, relax, take a nice deep breath. So, that's Booty Camp. Thank you for joining or watching this live stream. If you have any questions about any of the moves, please comment below. Reach out to us, let us know, and hopefully we'll see you next Monday. Stay bad, bitches.